Good evening. This is CTV News for Tuesday, June 16th. I am Gina Barty.
And I'm Patricia Malone. Thank you for joining us this evening. Well, Mel Franklin, the chairman of the Prince George's Council, says working families cannot afford double-digit increases on their property taxes. This after County Executive Rashern Baker announced that he will line-item veto the council's passed budget. As of late this afternoon, the council was still waiting for the documents. Andre Green, attorney for the county, stood with Baker yesterday saying the council was in violation of the county charter when it rejected Baker's proposal.
We are familiar with what the county attorney is saying. We completely disagree with it. We believe the county attorney has unfortunately fallen into being pitted against another part of the county government by another part of the county government, which is unfortunate. That's not the role of the county attorney. The county attorney should be representing the entire county government.
And Baker introduced a 15.4% property tax hike with all the money earmarked for education. The council revised that amount to 4%. Now Baker is again requesting an 11.4% increase.
We're going to stay committed to the budget we adopted, and that includes opposing a double-digit increase in taxes on working families, which we don't believe is warranted. We all believe in investing in education, and our budget does, but we think we have to be measured and we have to be fiscally accountable.
The council has to act on the line item vetoes by its next legislative day, which would be next Tuesday.
Well, it's no secret the cost of living in the metro area is high. In fact, Maryland ranks among the states with the largest gaps between rental prices and wages. Hawaii, Vermont, Connecticut, California are also on that list. A study from the National Low Income Housing Coalition finds that apartment rents are steadily rising while income isn't. The average needed for a one-bedroom is about $15 an hour, far above the federal minimum wage of $7.25, making it tough for many families to make ends meet.
If you have a tight income, it's no way you're going to be able to afford paying $2,000 a month for rent. You just can't do it. I mean, not unless you have a substantial amount of money coming in, where especially maybe if you have two incomes coming in that's of a substantial amount, it may be a little easier. But if you're doing it by yourself and you have a bare minimum or minimum wage income, you can't afford $2,000 a month. It's no way. It's impossible.
Oh, it's real tough because it's not only that category of people that may be just getting a halfway decent minimum wage, but also those people that are been on the job forever and their wages are capped. So things are still going up and everything, but you're not going to get any more money no matter what, unless you leave and go to another job, and you're not going to start off with that amount neither. So it's, a couple of sides to that too.
The housing study also found that many people end up living in substandard housing because of the gap between rent and pay. Meantime, traffic could get congested around Main Street and Route 1 in Laurel over the next few weeks. The State Highway Administration is making upgrades to the pedestrian signals and crosswalks to comply with new American Disabilities Act requirements. City officials say drivers can expect lane closures along southbound US 1 and Main Street while improvements are being made.
Originally, the city was asking the State Highway Administration see if they can upgrade the color of the crosswalk, because right now it's the gray color and it kind of blend in with the roadway, and all these areas kind of brick color, red brick color. So we asked the State Highway if they can do something for us. Everything will be ADA compliant, and the push button will have the audio sound. Sometimes it can be the different tick 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 or tick 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 tick, or sometimes they will speak to the name like a cross Main Street right now, something like that. And they're supposed to be very easy, just push the button and then they can get the crossing signal. And the slope of the ramp will be proper sloped. And also
Fang says repairs could take up to a month to complete. In the meantime, city officials suggest finding alternate routes during June and July if possible.
More than 1 year after a University of Maryland campus was the target of a data breach, an audit reveals that security and access controls at another UMD campus are lacking. According to the Baltimore Sun, the personal information of staff and students at the University College campus is at risk of being compromised if the system is ever hacked, because the data has not been encrypted. Now, school officials say no information has been stolen. The university says it plans to encrypt the data by the end of August. Well, local leaders react to news that the Gazette newspapers in Montgomery and Prince George's counties will soon close. The shutdown will affect nearly 70 jobs. After a decline in advertising and other financial struggles, the two weekly newspapers will be sold by Post Community Media, a part of the Washington Post Company. Montgomery County Council Chair George Leventhal tells reporters that the absence of the Gazette will be a terrible loss.
I think it's a shocking abandonment of the Washington Post Company's obligation to the community that it serves. I'm enormously disappointed that Mr. Bezos did not see fit to use his abundant wealth to continue to benefit the community, and I'm terribly worried for the future of honest and accountable government. I just don't see how, if we're not going to have wealthy philanthropic individuals like the Oaks and the Sulzbergers and the Grahams who are going to continue to use their wealth to promote the cause of public information. Journalism is not solely or really at all a profit center. Journalism is a public enterprise and a public service. And to lose the opportunity to monitor what we do here is just very, very worrisome and troubling. I'm worried for the future.
Now, the two papers will print their final editions June 17th and 18th after more than 55 years of publishing. In a statement, Montgomery County Executive Ike Leggett called the closure sad news and said the Gazette has long been an influential asset to county communities and a vital source of information. Well, you are watching CTV News. I'm Patricia Vallone.
And I'm Gina Bartik.